Hiya, I'm George Wham and welcome to my first ever Snooker Tips tournament recap, where I'll be going over all my selections for the China Open that starts on the early hours of Monday morning. Obviously go over my outright selection, my four-quarter fancies. Got three in a patent in the first round matches that I've already put out there to Twitter, and I've got two new fancies in the first round. And obviously I open up with my outright selection. It's my only one. It's Mark Selby at 8 to 1. I think he's got a fantastic chance this year. He's obviously going for three China Opens in a row. It'd be four in a row that he's actually entered. He didn't enter the 2016 event. But I think he's got, I'd say, a really good chance. There's no one better around these shores than Selby. He's the absolute king of the China events. He's won 7 in his career. He's won 1 this season. I think his form generally is a bit misleading. Obviously, results-wise, he's had some poor results. But he's had over 50 tons this season, and that's really good going. He's lost narrowly on a few occasions to the real top say 3 this season in Robertson, Trump and O'Sullivan. He's lost to Trump quite heavily twice already this season, the Masters and the Grand Prix at Preston. He lost twice to Neil Robertson, one in a decider, and he lost 6-5 to Ronnie O'Sullivan at the Northern Ireland Open. That was a massive, big, upset for Selby's confidence, because it was a real opportunity for him to have won. He should have won that match, and that's sort of been the case with Selby. He's lost a lot of games that he shouldn't have done. One comes to mind was the lost to Noppon Sangan at the World Open. We lost 5-4 in the black as well. So he's lost in 8 deciders, and that's got to be rectified this week. So he's probably going to be in at least one fight, decider this week. So, but if he goes deep in the tour, which I don't see any reason why he can't. He's got Neil Robertson in his quarter, but I think on Neil, he's looking for some like 4 ranking finals in a row. That'll be that's tough going in this day and age. He's been to 5 ranking finals this season. I can see this just being a prep run really for Sheffield. So obviously Selby's got Robertson in the quarter. I think he's got Barry Hawkins, Ryan Day, Ali Carter. All these players are players that he really fancy him to beat. So I think he looks a good bet certainly for the quarter, and obviously 8 to 1 for the tournament. For someone like him, it's a great price. If you look at Judd Trump in the outright, I didn't mention him in my Wheel of Betting piece, but as much as Judd's got a good record in this event, and obviously in amazing form this season, I can't have him at 4 to 1. With Selby was at double the price. Obviously, Judd had an amazing season. He won at the Masters, but I can't remember ever backing or tipping Judd for a tournament since I started doing the tips in October 2017. He's always one I've avoided, because he's always been sort of around about 7, 8 to 1, 9 to 1. Obviously now he's at 4 to 1, and I think it's a bit of a toxic price. As much as the draw does look decent for Judd, he's definitely not one for me. John Higgins, he's now as short as 11 to 10 for his quarter, with Mark Allen coming out of it. Again, I think that's an absolute horrid price as well. He's only won this event once in 1999. He hasn't got a great record in China. He did get to the China Championship final, he lost to Mark Selby in August. Come back to a bit of form after threatening with retirement. He's got a tough draw. He's got Joe O'Connor first, who we lost to early in the season, and he's also then got Defy or Milkins, and that won't be easy either. So I think John will find it tough. Ding Junhui, he's only in his 9th event of this season, and he's very fragile. Again, he's in the weakest quarter, but again, I couldn't have Ding either. I think if he comes up against someone with a bit of metal, say a Karen Wilson, Barry Hawkins, John Higgins, I feel like he can crack under the pressure. As much as he's an amazing player, great ambassador for China snooker, I think Ding is well worth taking on in the outrights. Going on to the quarter fancies now. Stephen Maguire got a very good record in the event. He seems to play well in this event and in the UK Championship. He's won this tournament before. He's got to another final. Got to a couple more semi-finals. Got to a quarter final a couple of years ago. So an event he does well in. He's encouraging form this season. He's got to 2 semi-finals. He hasn't got to qualify for the World Championship this year. He'll be straight in at the Crucible, and that's encouraging because he can come here and be playing quite relaxed. Again, he's got a good draw. I think I tipped him at 15-2 for the quarter. Obviously, with Mark Allen coming out, they've got Trim to I think about 5-1. It's about right now, but Stephen Maguire can go well. Hossein Bafai, I mentioned, he's got Rob Milkins first up. I tipped him at 40s, about 33-25s now. He could have John Higgins in the second round, who we lost to in the Indian Open. Great player this lad is. He's up to 33 in the world. He can only go higher. He's tough as old boots. He's got a lovely cue action. Really top player to watch out for as well, and he's got to the semi-final here in 2017, got to the Welsh Open semi-final in February, so and a good season. Going on to quarter 4, Ben Williston, he got to the Welsh Open final in 2015. He'll look at this draw and he'll really fancy it, I think. He opens up with Ashley Carty, he's odds-on favourite there. He'll be not a similar price, but he'll be favourite to beat Andrew Higginson, probably in the second round. And then that'll put him through to the last 16 to face Could Be Ding, who was beaten in China in 2016. And he's beaten Ronnie, Higgins, Williams, Robertson all before. He beat Selby in the English Open this season. So Ben can turn it on against anyone. So I think he's a good price. He's about 22-1 with Bet365. That's a good price. The same quarter, 80-1, Oliver Lines, having a good season. Judd Trump's practice partner. He's had a few good wins. He was very close to beating Ding in the Welsh Open. He lost 4-3, but he should have won. He potted the black for 4-2 win and went in off. Could play him again in the last 32. He's got Houchen first up. I think he's capable of beating him. So that sort of concludes my quarter fancies. Going over my first round, patent I put up. Chang Bingyu, 16-year-old, world amateur champion, second youngest in the history of the game. He's beaten Jeremy Robertson twice this season. Rob Milkins, he knocked in 2 tons when he lost to Novan Sangam. He's a big prospect for Chinese snooker, another one. Played Mark Davis. He's been out of form since he got to the English Open final. Luning, you can get 3-1 with him to beat Barry Hawkins. I think he's one of the star players of the season from China, probably the star player. He's very solid, tough to beat. Barry Hawkins lost an 8 first rounders this season, out of form, and he's in worrying form coming into the World Championship. Last fancy was Gary Wilson. He's an unbelievable price. He opened anyway at 13-10 to beat Lion Wemba, who's absolutely completely erratic. He was 4-7. He opened Wemba. What a joke price that was. Wilson's up to 29 in the rankings. Wemba is at 37. In my opinion, Wilson should be favourite. And he did lose to him in the season, Wilson, 4-0. But since then, Wemba, he's not even made a quarter final this season. I can't even remember him making the last 16. I think Wilson, much more reliable, consistent, solid. and I think probably my best bet of the first round. Going on to then the last two new fancies. Rod Lawler 6-5 to beat Leong from Malaysia. Lawler has won 44% of his matches this season. Leong has won 27%, and I can't understand why Lawler's 6-5 second favourite in this match. Probably mean a bit more to him. This game could go on, it's a best of 11 game. It could go on for about 6 or 7 hours. They're both slow players, especially Lawler. I think at the prices, Lawler excellent price at 6-5 with Ladbrokes. You get a boost on that to 5-4. So that's a great price. And lastly, Nigel Bond. He's 11-4 with Paddy Power. Paddy Power and Betfair. He's playing Anthony McGill, who's well out of form. He's only got to one last 16 this season. That was at the European Masters. He lost it on the black 4-3 to Jimmy Robertson. Since then, he's won 3 of his next 12. And overall this season, he's only a few percentage more win rate than Nigel Bond. Bond, over 50 years old now, been around the block since like the late 80s. He can still play. He's still a canny player. He can win this match, and I think 11-4 is a great price, and I certainly wouldn't be touching Anthony McGill at 1-3. I think that's a horror show price. So yeah, the last two tips: Nigel Bond to beat Anthony McGill, and Rod Lawler to beat Leong. I'd probably say Lawler's my stronger fancy out of the two. Obviously at 6-5, but two good bets, and that concludes sort of my recap of the China Open. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.